Good morning guys, my name is Barry and welcome to another exciting episode of One Man in His Boat. In this episode we're looking to fit all these lovely toys into our brand new Cygnus 21, the Lindsay B. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting day. I've been waiting for this day for a wee while now. Also I've had the toys for a long time, so to actually get them sort of placed in the boat and get a general idea of where we're going to put them all, it's a great day for me. Right, anyway guys, if that's something you're interested in, you know what to do. Please stay tuned. Right boys and girls, we might as well just start at the front end of the boat and work our way back, because that's where all the toys are really, is at the back of the boat. Now, I'm in two minds what to do with the fuel tank. For one, I want to spread my weight. I definitely want to spread it throughout the boat, but I am having a pot hauler, a steering console and a bulge looker up where the camera is now. And I've really got to judge my weight of where everything's going to go. My only concern about having the fuel tank where it is that actual weight at the front of the boat. Now, as you go to the back of the boat, obviously she displays more on the width. She's flatter on the bottom, so she needs more to shove her down. That's fine. I thought about chucking it up here like that. There's a couple of things I like about it being up here. Is one, it's accessible. Two, you can probably be a gravity fed to the fuel pump. But the only disadvantage is when that's full, that's that height higher up for your centre of gravity for the stability of the boat, which to me is a big negative. So I think for argument's sake, I will actually put it down here and we'll just buy a fuel pump, just like your cars, and we'll just get the pump to get the fuel to the engine instead of having the gravity fed. I think that's the better idea. So obviously I still need to make a fuel tray to make sure it's solid on the boat, and then the actual tank itself, once it's in the frame, will get strapped down, and then we'll have your filler caps there, but we'll need to make some sort of arrangement for the fuel to get into the tank itself. My original idea when I first thought about the boat was to put the fuel tank at the back high up and let all the gravity feed come down, and everything was just going to be high up at the back. But now the boat's here and I see what room I haven't got, I'm thinking this is the best situation for the fuel tank. Right boys and girls, I'm sorry I've not got my full face in the camera. I'm quite sure you're happy about that. Anyway, what we're going to talk about now is our Rudder 500 fuel filter. Now this is a great bit of kit. I had this on the rock hopper, and the amount of rubbish it actually collects before it goes into the engine is unbelievable. Maybe that's all down to the fuel that the Dunbar Harbour Trust was using, of course, but we'll not go into that one. I'll end up getting a lot of slide, another dislike for my page. Anyway, this beam that you see here might not be here. This is just for the fishing officer coming today to take a measurement for my depth, just to make sure that everything goes tickety-boo for the boat's registration. So it's just there, for example, the new, so that will probably not be here. But what I have to make sure about the Racker 500 is make sure it's accessible for actually servicing. So I think round about here I'll do quite nicely. Now what I can do is actually make a lovely wee plate for it and a wee catch tray underneath as well, because all that's part of your MCAs. You might have catch trays under your fuel filters if possible. No, they're absolutely brilliant bits of kit. I wouldn't go to sea without one of them. It saves a whole lot of dirty fuel getting to your engine. And also I'll go to the starboard side of the boat because that's exactly where the fuel is on the engine. So what will happen is you've got a fuel tank, then we'll put a wee fuel lift pump there into the filter. The filter will go to the lift pump to the engine, and then straight into your fuel pump to your injectors from there. Right, boys and girls, we are still at the starboard side of the boat, and we're going to talk about the raw water system next. Now the raw water helps cooling off the engine, and the raw water pump is away up the fore end of the engine here. Can you see in the camera where my hand's wiggling? There we are. Now for you that don't know much about boaties but you're interested in what happens, basically water gets sucked in from the bottom of the boat up through a series of filters and then into your engine, and then once it's in the engine it passes through the engine and then out through your exhaust. Now what we've got here is stainless steel scoop. Now it was actually quite interesting, when I had the rock hopper I fitted the scoop that way to the front of the boat, so the actual slots were facing the direction, basically the place you were travelling in. But she had a dry exhaust. With a wet exhaust you're not actually meant to do that. You might turn it the other way around so the scoop's at the back, because if you have it that way the water gets forced into the seacock itself and gets forced through the engine and basically does a whole sorts of serious damage to your cylinder head. So we certainly can't have that. So this lovely wee piece goes on the bottom side of the boat, and this gets earthed as well. Anywhere where there's running water or anything like that has to be earthed, because it'll build up static. Even through the stainless steel it'll build up static like nobody's business. Now on the inside of the boat, obviously that goes on the outside. On the inside of the boat we'll have a lovely big ball valve. Now you're probably thinking that's a bit OTT, but that was the sizes that marine boats gave me. So we'll see when we do our final measurement. It looks far too big for me, like, but there we go. Better with too much water, no enough, I suppose, eh? And you, that just contradicts what I said about the too much thingy. Oh well, we'll see. Anyway, this gets placed on the inside of the boat, and it gets tapered up to this. And then this is basically, this will shut the water completely off. So when you're at like a tidal harbour and all the rest of it and there's no water around the boat, you've got the seacock turned off, the water can't flush out. It doesn't take you half an hour to get the water back around and do actually damage to the boat because it's not getting cooled correctly. And it's also good if you're at sea and you get an obstruction into your strainer and that. You can actually shut the engine down, turn the seacock off, and lift out all the crap that's in your strainer itself, which we're going on to next. Now this, my lovelies, is the strainer. Obviously that gets screwed into the bottom of there, and then there's a fitting that comes out of here with a hose attached, and it goes, well, I am having it into another strainer. I'm having the 2 strainers just in case. I never had any problems with the rock copper, but the rock copper was an old girl and she could handle it, whereas this is a brand new boat. I'm not sure about how things work with downsizing, so yeah. So it's the same principle. The water gets sucked up here. There's a grate inside that basically catches all the rubbish, and then the water gets sucked out there by your raw water pump. But this will be going, it'll get sucked out here. Give me a second, guys. Into this lovely thing. Now once again, it's a stainless steel strainer, exactly the same as this. I said it's just another catch can for catching all the rubbish. Well, as you can see, it's got an inspection window so you can see if you have any rubbish before it goes into the engine. But that's right, you'll soon know, because you'll get reek like nobody's business, and the temperature gauge will be sky high if you get any rubbish in it. And it's got a lovely wee drain plug at the side. So what we have to do is actually make blocks and stuff like that at the bottom of here, so everything's lying level and nothing's going to be lying at a counter, because obviously the shape of the bottom of the hull, if we just attach this directly to the hull, your seacock's going to be sitting at funny angles like that. And what we want to do is try and keep it as straight as possible. So what we'll do is we shall make we'll get a block, we'll cut it at the diagonal at the right angle, and we'll fiberglass them on the bottom and on the outside. That way this will get a square draw up to the bottom of the boat, and then when you put this, well, the ball valve straight on top, everything's drawn in square, it's not drawn in at funny angles. Because there's nothing worse when you think you've got everything in the right place and you can't shut the handle off correctly or something like that, especially after all the work that you've gone into. So that's your raw water side, guys. Right guys, what we're going to go on to next is the hydraulic tank. As you've seen for previous posts, we've got the hydraulic that comes off the PTO on the gearbox. Now the end of the pump runs about there, and then the inlet feeds at this side. So what we've got to do with the tank is place it as close as possible to the pump itself. Now I'm not 100% sure where this is going to go. I'll probably actually go where I just had it. Round about there somewhere, and we'll make a nice wee tree, we'll get it all fastened in, and then we can put the plumbing in that way. Because as we come further back to the boat, we're getting less and less space, and also you can see with the size of the tank, it'll take a little bit to it'll take a little bit to fill in. Right boys and girls, what I'm going to go on to next is actual pumping. As in pumping water out for all you dirty people out there. Anyway, a couple of specs that you need for your MCA is you need definitely a bulge alarm, you need an electric bulge pump, and you also need a hand pump, and that is minimum. Also you need your buckets and all that as well. Yeah, but everything has to go in the lowest part of the boat. Now obviously I think with the shape of the Lindsay B, it's going to have to be here, so we have to put everything in here, but make sure it's out the road of running material. So all this will have to go in first before we can actually put the pump, hydraulic pump and clutch on. Now for the hand pump, the starboard side was always going to be my working side. So I thought, well, we could run my hand pump outlet to the port side. However, thinking on it, that's exactly where the exhaust is going to go, and we can't have a sort of rubbery plastic hose sitting on top of an exhaust hose, because obviously the exhaust hose will get hot at some point and it may burn through. So you think you're pumping your boat out and all you're doing is pumping the water over everything and then back into your bulges again, and you're going to end up filling up with more and more water all the time. So what I'm going to do with the hand pump is actually go against my gut and put it at the starboard side, working at the back, but we'll try and put it out the road against a bulkhead or something like that. As for the electric pump, that can get, well, yeah, still no thought about that one yet. But we'll think on that once I think my biggest worry is the exhaust, and we'll go on to that next because, yeah, it's a mind boggle, Right, boys and girls, welcome to the port side. Now this is where it all gets interesting. Now for the Lindsay B, I wanted all the stuff that I couldn't fit for the rock hopper, so basically all the best of gear. Now, in hindsight, it would have been a lovely thing because then I would have figured out what room I haven't got. Now, these betas, they come with just basically a straight down. Now the minimum that you're allowed away for this outlet here is 30 centimetres until you get to your water lock. Now what a water lock does is it actually stops the water coming back down the exhaust and back into your engine. So, this is my water lock, guys. It's freaking huge. So obviously if I put that 30 centimetres away for that, obviously I've got to make it level. There's no much a downward spiral. Better, I've thought about this, and what they do is they put a gooseneck on at this section so it comes up before it comes down, and that'll stop the water coming back up into your engine, into your header tank. My only concern about that is I'm trying to get a flush deck, and depending on the gooseneck, if it's too big, I'll not get my flush hatch. But I've got 3 inches to spare with the beams I've got, so fingers crossed it's not another 3 inches higher than what this end is. So anyway, so we've got a rubber hose that goes onto the back of this, and then we've got the other exit rubber hose that goes up to the back of the boat, and then into another gooseneck, and we'll go on to that next. Whoa. There you are. Thank you for joining me. Right, this is my other Vetus gooseneck. Now it's, excuse me, old man moving. It's another water lock, it's a water lock silencer. Now it's to go on at the back of the boat, round about midships. That's what it says. Basically you've got, it must be a minimum of 18 inches above the water line. I've no idea where I'm putting my water line. I don't know where she's going to sit or anything, so I'm just going to take it from the highest point from below this gunnel, and I hope to God that I set this system up right, that we're not going to get any water back into the engine. Yeah, so anyway, like I was saying, your big water lock that's going to be sitting here, the pipe goes up to the top of here, and then obviously the water filters through there, and then we've got another wee hose here to go on the back of the outlet. Now even on the outlet I have tried to combat everything, and we have got a nice wee rubber flap. I'll take it apart and let you see. Here we go, guys, here we go. You see that nice wee rubber flap there? Cooey! Now that'll let the exhaust gases and the excess water out, and if there's a following sea, nothing should get back into the system. That's the theory, that's the theory. So between that and then going back up there, down there, well, this is one thing I will say that I read in the instructions. Whatever, once you get all this fitted in, whatever is in this hose here to your other box will run down into the water lock in here. So if your length is more than the actual capacity of the big water lock, then you're in a world of hurt, because that's when it'll go back up into your engine. So that is why the gooseneck on your engine is a godsend, because it's another hurdle for the water to go over before it actually enters your engine. So yeah, never dealt with water systems before, so it's all learning curve for me as well. Give me a dry exhaust any day, but you're not going to get one on a wee boat like this. Aye. Oh, another reason, midships. Why do we have to put it in midships? Well, it's all to do with your rolling. If you put it at the edge here, you can see how closer it is to the bottom of the boat there. Now, if it's too far to the bottom, when the boat's pitching and rolling, obviously what's going to happen with this is it's going to get dunked under the water all the time, and then it doesn't matter if you've got a rubber cap on or no, you're going to get water back up into the system. So the closer you've got it and the higher you've got it to the centre line of the boat, the better off your water system's going to be. Now, please tell me, for all you guys that know about water systems, if I'm wrong, please comment below. Please tell me, because I'm all ears. Like I say, every bit of advice is helpful. Right guys, continuing at the back end. We're on the last straight here now. This is the bad boy. No read instructions on this yet, so yeah, that should be fine. We've got our cylinder, or our ram, obviously one of Vitus's best, and it basically gone round about there like that. Right guys, so what does the cylinder do? Well, for those of you that don't know, this is what steers the boat. This is the end all and be all. You have to have this right. If it's not right, you're not going to make the right turns, etc, etc. Now, to actually fit this, I've not read the instructions yet, but you have to make sure that maximum one way, maximum the other way is equal. And I can tell you straight away, with just even doing that, it's no on this boat, so I'm going to have to figure that one out for myself. I don't know how that is, because the stops are at the same place. Weird. Anyway, so what happens is when you're up at the helm, there's a small pump with two tubes coming in. Now these two tubes lead to these fittings here, and obviously depending on which way you turn the wheel, depends on which way the pump goes, which puts the pressure of the oil from that's sitting in that helm head to which direction the ram goes in and out. So that's just your simple basics of hydraulics. Obviously when we come to fit it, I'll be filming it and doing all the bits and bobs as well. Yeah, so great bits of kit. Right, next bit. I love playing with all these toys. Right, the next thing that I have, when I'm busy shooting creels and that, I'll have a general direction of which way the boat's travelling, but to help me do that, I've actually went and bought myself a rudder angle unit. So basically what happens is we plug this in here, there's a bar that goes across there, and when the ram goes a certain direction, I'll send a signal up to a bit in the helm, and it'll tell me exactly where which way the rudder's facing and what angle it's at, i.e. what degree. So obviously I'm not going to do all the fitting in one video, because this video could take 6 months. We'll do one wee bit at a time and we'll put it out as we're doing it. I think that's the best idea. So what we'll get on with next is, batteries. I forgot to tell you about batteries. Let's get on with the batteries. Right boys and girls, last wee bit. Port side of the engine, and this is on the electrical side. Now, on with this bit. Right, so what I'm going to be doing now is actually fitting two 100 amp hour batteries in it this side. Now I'm just going to run them parallel. What I need is a minimum of 156 amp hours up at the helm. That's to do, if everything's turned on at once, that's what it's going to take. By the way, you can see yourself. Hi! Yeah, so I'm not quite sure which method I'm actually going to wire the boat up. I think it will be DC. It's probably the easiest route to go. But yeah, there's your positive and negative terminals here. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Because obviously there's different ways of wiring up. We'll come to wiring when we come to actually do it. But that's the plan. 2 100 amp hour batteries paralleled up. You've got 120 amp alternator feeding them. And I'm not going to have everything on at once. There's an impossibility, well, I'm not going to say there's an impossibility. If so, it will be only on for like 5 minutes or something like that. But yeah, like I say, 156 up the top end, that's what we need. Right, next we're going to go into transducer now. Starboard side, yeah, starboard side is the working side. So what we try and do is try and not put as much stuff underneath the hull at that side, because that's the side that catches all the creels and all the rest of it. So this side, what we're going to put in is our transducer, our broken transducer. Yeah. It's a 600 watt brass transducer, as you can see, and that actually has to sit square on the bottom of the boat. So once again, we're going to have to do the same as what we do on the starboard side with the water intake, is make everything all nice and level before we actually fit this. What I'm actually thinking about doing is making another bigger washer to go over this, so this brass bush has got more of a grip. I've done that in the rock hopper too, the thing never moved. But when placing in this, you've got to make sure you've got enough cable to where your actual screen is. So then you go putting it right at the back of the boat, expecting it to lead all the way up to the front. You can get extension pieces and stuff like that, but as soon as you put a break in the wire, you lose a bit of your signal. So you're better having it straight from the transducer straight into the back of your monitor. So there we go for that. 600 watts. 600 watts. That's 50 amps, by the way. 50 amps. That's a big draw. But you've got to know where the bottom is. If you dig in where the bottom is, woohoo! Especially when you're shooting creels in the bunny holes. Right guys, it's been a wee while since the fishery officer left. It was an interesting meeting to say the least, and I'm warning everybody now, if you've got a nervous disposition, please go and make a cup of tea, because Barry is naffed off. Now, I don't think everybody realises the hoops that somebody trying to get into the fishing has to go through. Now, you've got your main body groups. You've got your Seafish, your MCA, you've got Ofcom, and you have Cardiff. Now all these government groups counteract each other, and you can't get one without the other. Now, just to even register the boat, that's why I had to have the fishery officers up, to make sure I have the right licence for our carrying capacity and our kilowatts. Now, reminding, this is not a towing vessel, this is just a creel boat, nothing exciting. My licence that I've bought, mind, I've paid £16,500 for this licence. The fishery officers came to do our final measure up. They've done our length and our breadth and our depth, which gives us the total carrying capacity. Now, the fishery officers, being the fishery officers, say that, oh, we're going to have to take a ton of weight off you because you've got over much on your licence. So obviously that's money now chucked out the window. I know for the fishermen that know, the tonnages know the cash value of the kilowatts are. However, when I first applied for this licence, everything was hunky-dory, everything was fine. 32 kilowatts for a 43 horsepower engine, hunky-dory. He's just informed me that I'm 0.6 of a kilowatt more than what I should be. No, less than what I should be, sorry. Really guys, is it going to do that much? The 0.6? I mean, really? I'm going to have to spend more money now to actually add to my licence, but they're going to take 1 tonne off me? I mean, it doesn't make sense. Now, a couple of years ago, you had a 5 kilowatt leeway and 1 tonne leeway. Now, some pencil pusher wanting a bloody promotion. No, see, I'm starting to get upset now. Anyway, some person decided, no, that's not happening anymore. You must have this, and this, and that's it. Nah. It's actually frustrating that you go through all this organising, all this thing, and it only takes one guy sitting in a frickin' office that's never been to sea in his life to tell you that you can't go to sea because you're 0.6 a kilowatt over. Now, I'm going to stop ranting, I'm going to calm down, I'm going to go and have a cup of tea now, and then we're going to get on with actually getting this RAM sorted out. So, thanks for listening guys. Sorry for ranting, but this is only the start of it too. This is what, oh, this is frustrating. This is the bit that's building, making my blood boil, because I've been through all this before and it's just a faff, it really is. They make it more difficult than it really needs to be. So guys, I think what we'll do is we'll have a nice wee short video this time, because actually after making the last episode, I mean, I think you had you for 40 minutes. I mean, that's a long time, so we'll try and keep this one a lot shorter. Sorry for the babbling, sorry for the upsetness, I will say that, but this is the kind of things that fishermen have got to go through just even before they get to sea, and it is frustrating, I kid you not, because it's all out of your hands. Right, anyway, do the usual guys, please give us a thumbs up, leave a comment below if you wish, negative or positive, I reply to them all. Tick the notification bell, it'll give you an idea of when our next video out, which will be next week. I think that's me off my holidays now until November, so you've got me every week until then. So, until the next video guys, thank you very much for watching. Cheers for now. .6, really guys? Is it going to do much? No. Which were free way back in the day. Where did I get to? Right, so there's a lot of blabber in the day, innit? I think it's just one of those videos that it's just more, really, is that what you're going to use? Oh my god, Barry, you'd be better using this. So yeah, toys! For you, those of you that don't know, we'll start that again. Rudder handle, I'll say that again. B is easy accessible. B. I'll try that again. Right ladies and gents, boys and girls, I'm sorry you can't get me in the picture, I bet you're relieved at that. Right, what we're going to go on to now is our Racker 500, oh sorry I'm wiggling the camera. We'll take that again, take 2. Right boys and girls, we're still going to keep to the starboard side of the boat, and what we're talking, say that again, take 2. Apparently the water gets forced into the, oh god, take 3. But you can get goosenecks for these. There's another exhaust fitting that goes up and down, which will really help water stop going into the back of the engine itself. Pardon me, excuse me, I'll say that again. Ah, the spider coming to get me. I shall name him Fred and he will be my friend forever and ever. and get you the new. Give us a minute. Jesus. Some folk need patience. Especially me when I was ordering a bloody boat. Right, Fred, come on, son. Come to Daddy. Oh, you're climbing up. That's it, up you go. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Oh, it's okay. Fred's not playing the ball. Come on, you have to take the hard way. There you are. See, that wasn't that bad after all. Hello, Fred. Hey, you're fine, Danny.